You're watching Drake Wing Gaming. Enjoy the video.
Hey guys and gals, Never here from Drake Wing Gaming. It's something on Twitter, the Gaming Dragon. Today I'm coming back at you to the Let's Play episode of Heroes Advent, Kody's Path. So let's go ahead and jump right back in, shall we? Alarm chain, you were up, and let's go. Alright, Kody, what you got going on, man? Alright, here we are. Alrighty. I'm so happy I get to have my own corner here. What do you think, Cassian? Oh, you looked around, still utterly taken aback as to why you've now ended up at the tavern's kitchen. Why are we here exactly, Kody? Huh? Well, I wanted to show you around. This is where I'm staying from now on, after all. But why are we at your tavern? Why not? You're asking a lot of weird questions, Cassian. I told you I've always wanted to set up my shop back in Svobodia, right? You have? Oh, so you don't remember. I guess it's not that impressive for others to remember anyway. Kody, you know I didn't mean it that way. Sorry, Cassian, I guess I'm overreacting a bit. But it still kind of stings, you know, even after all these years. Yeah, I get that, really. But still, I didn't expect this place to look exactly like... Wait, did you say we're in Svobodia? Huh? Why, yes, that's where we are right now. But did you really think that we'd have this much ice and snow around all the time in the Crystal Coast? Oh, huh. He walked over to one of the kitchen windows, which he didn't remember existing before. The courtyard somehow resembled the field outside the guild building, just instead covered in thick layers of snow. Can't imagine having to shovel all that all week long. And aside from the snow swept down further down the hill, you could spot a rather peculiar lighthouse, seemingly sitting on its own island across the horizon. Something about all this felt off to you, even though you couldn't quite put a finger on why that is. Wait. Am I in a dream right now? This all feels very real to me. But maybe it's like the one where I spoke with Alyssa before. You stole a glance at the bear, who seemed to just be staring blankly towards the windows also. The kitchen, much like the rest of the area, was eerily quiet, though Kody didn't seem to mind it one bit. So, Kody? What is this place supposed to be, actually? A church? A cathedral? Oh, you didn't know, Cassian? It's the Monastery. Monastery? Yup. The old Ginsky Monastery. Father Gregory stays here. Do you guys worship some kind of deity here? Worship? Not really. But I guess we do have the Hrivna shrine for that. My parents often take me there to pay respect to Elga, the previous winter sage. Shrine and paying respect. Wait, so people worship Helga like a god? I guess. It always made sense to me. She's a very special person to Gregory, after all. Right. And you keep calling him father. Is he like your real father, Kody? What kind of question is that? He's everybody's father, Cassian, even my parents. Everybody here calls him Papasha for a reason. I see. You both moved to the front of the tavern as you spoke. The place looked virtually identical to the real one, except with a few things rearranged in a very strange manner. While the kitchen was squeaky clean, you could see several tables on the side littered with used mixing bowls, pots, and pans, along with other utensils. You couldn't really smell anything, but you could imagine the unpleasant odor. Some of the back tables were even stacked up on top of each other, upside down. Huh. So, got a lot of customers here compared to Crystal Coast, Kody? Oh, no, of course not. I only moved back here recently. There you go. Orange juice time. And it's just barely morning, Cassian. Who'd go out to eat at this hour? Oh, you'd be surprised. Though that does explain why the entire town is empty. Yeah. The bear went to sit at the bar. You grabbed a stool and followed suit. Well, what's the plan for today? Huh? Plan? Oh, I'm not sure. I get to sit around and relax a lot since I don't get many customers here anyway. Father does come by sometimes to chat and have a drink with me, but then he'd be on his way. I think I was doing some ingredients prep over there when he called me downstairs to talk. Kody idly gestured over at the piles of ingredients and cooking utensils scattering around the tables from earlier. I see. He looked to the bear, who seemed to be having that 1,000-yard stare once again. You briefly wondered if you could ask him a few questions. Kody? Yes? What is it? Svobodia. How did you come back to Svobodia? Come back here? I think I was on my way to buy groceries from the marketplace. was a really big catering order coming up, so I had to prepare whatever I could. That sounds stressful. It really was. Then I felt like I really wanted to go back home. To Svobodia? Mm-hmm. Back to Toyev. I miss the calming atmosphere here. I miss my parents, too. Oh. Is that where you're staying? The town further down the hill? That's it. It's not too far away from the harbor. And if you go through the mountain pass, it's only a 5-minute walk to the monastery. Uh-huh. There goes that dream logic again. Feels like two entirely different regions to me. And he probably forgot what I said earlier about me being with him this whole time, but I guess that doesn't really matter. So was that Krakova Harbor we arrived at? Krakova? No way, Cassian. That's too far away from the monastery. They also don't have the lighthouse like we do at the Chapel Island. Oh, right. You mean that faraway place over there? He pointed at the window on the side of the tavern, which somehow had the same view as the one in the kitchen. Yup, that's the one. No ships can enter Velitastok Bay without its guiding light. I don't know why, Cassie, but seeing the Chapel Island always brings a smile to my face. It's basically home for you, right? It is. Well, even if my parents do travel a lot. The somber look seemed to return to the bear's face as he averted his eyes. Maybe I should change the subject. Us. What happened? 1 second now. What happened? Kody? What happened back then exactly? There's a lot of things that happened back then, Cassian. You gotta be more specific than that. Oh, well, what about the team? The team? Let's just say something really big and messed up went down, mostly because of me. And no, I don't want to talk about it, Cassian. Oh, well, I'm sorry to hear, Kody. No, you're not. You barely even knew me for that long, Cassian. And you're telling me you're sorry for something you don't even know what happened. I know I'm not the smartest guy out there, but you can't just take me for a fool like that. Kody, you know that's not how I meant it. Huh. Sorry, I guess I'm just sick of people pitying me over these things. I mean, sure, I guess, but I'm a goddamn fully grown man for crying out loud. Stop treating me like a toddler that controls behavior. But why do you feel that way? I guess it just reminds me of all the things I failed at. Like, that's all I'm ever known for, my failures. I should move on to another topic. Us. What about us? Us? What about us? Well, I don't know, seeing that we have some time to talk, why don't we talk a bit about ourselves? Ourselves? Okay. What would you like to know, then? Well, anything about yourself. Anything? Okay, then. My name is Kody. Kodiak Dmitri Middendorfy. Huh. I come from Toyev Dravina. Oh, Jesus. Zavkan Kobarovskev Cry. That's a mouthful. Huh, I get that a lot from anyone outside Svobodia. Huh, is that why everyone called you Dima? Because of Dmitri, yes. It's a pretty common name back here. Just in my village or any other places I've been to, there were so many other kids named Dmitri. Really? Uh-huh. There's a story my parents kept telling me in the past. Once we were visiting a fish market here and I got lost on my own. I kept following any voices that called my name, only to arrive at someone else's parents. That's dangerous. Huh. Almost everybody in town knew each other, so I remember some of those uncles and aunties helping me find my parents. That's fortunate. Sure was. So, is that why you prefer Kody instead of Dmitri these days? No, not really. That's a separate matter on its own. Huh, I'd love to hear more about it if it's okay by you, of course. Maybe another time, Cassian. I'd rather not talk about that now. Oh, okay then. I should probably talk about something else. The current situation. Well, what about the current situation? Situation? What about it? Well, nothing much, just, any thoughts? Well, I don't know, honestly. It's horrible that all this is happening. I hope that Crystal Coast would be peaceful enough for me to continue living there for a long time, but I guess that's wishful thinking. Is that why you wanted to go back to Svobodia? Maybe. Like I said, I just miss how calm things are back home. So something happened in Crystal Coast. Right. Huh. Truth be told, Cassian, when the attack happened, my first thought was to grab you and Ash and barricade the honeysuckle. Consequences be damned. If it weren't for Ryu, whom I saw charging towards the big crystal, I wouldn't have followed suit. I guess in hindsight, I should be glad that I went after him. Otherwise, that slime thing would have killed you. Yeah, I guess so. Thanks, Kody. If you didn't show up first, I probably wouldn't be here right now. Huh, that's a bit of a solace out of all this, I suppose. So, Ray, you and him used to date, right? Yeah, I guess we did. Why? I'm just curious about your feelings for him is all. Feelings? I really don't know, Cassian. Maybe we had something back then, but now I don't really feel like I deserve love from anybody. I'm just tired of many things. I wanted to send in my badge and leave the guild, but Alaric would have none of it. In hindsight, I guess there's a small part of me that couldn't let go either. But why? It's simple, Cassian. I did something that was very messed up back then. Even if everyone seems to forgive me, I just can't forgive myself. I guess I'd rather try to redeem myself through some ways. So that's how I stayed and applied to work for the guild's tavern. I guess it's nice that I'm still helping the guild effort like this. I mean, you're definitely helping a lot, Kody. A good meal is often all it takes to keep morale high in these trying times. I may not know what you've done in the past, but I don't think that matters. What's important is that what you're doing right now is really admirable. Huh, thanks, Cassian. It does feel nice to hear that I'm not just wasting my time right after all. So, what about me then? You? What about you? I don't know. What do you think about me? Not very highly, if I'm to be blunt, especially when you left me for Max back there. Huh? But I came back, didn't I? You did, and I guess you also continued helping me around the kitchen. I don't know, it still hurts a lot. You said you wanted to help me, yet you also left me for Max at that moment. I'm sorry, Kody. Sometimes Max is just that persuasive, you know? I guess. What's so special about him anyway? He's just like any other mercenary in the guild. Sure, even if Rye said he's handsome, and Toby circles around him like a bee to its flower, or Bobby's got a nice-looking body, impressive junk, but I don't get it. It's not even that bigger than mine. Too much info, Kody, too much. Oh, sorry, I guess. But it's true, though. I don't think he's that impressive. There are some parts of me that I think are better than him. And yet people would favor him over me, so I guess none of that matters. Huh, alright. Thanks for the company, Cassian. You're the last person I'd expect to see here. But I'd want some time on my own for now. Oh? Yeah, it's usually very quiet here, as you know. I kind of want to enjoy the silence a bit more before I got back to work. Oh, alright then. See you later, Kody. See ya. Mysterious voice. Cassian, is it? Ah! He turned around, visibly shaken by the sudden call. Wait, you're... He gulped as you easily recognized that cadence. Gregory, yes. Everybody in my realm regards me as father. But given that you aren't from this land anyway, you may call me by my name. Can I call you Gregory then? Huh! Very well. Gregory is not so far off after all. Now, come meet me downstairs. I'd like a few words with you. Okay. Following his instructions, you entered the previous room downstairs where the door was left ajar. It was just pitch black inside, which unnerved you a lot, though soon enough you heard scraping as a matchstick lit up the lone lantern in the room. The figure you were supposed to meet with sat solemnly at a large table further in the room. So this is the Winter Sage. You timidly eyed Gregory. You could tell he was a polar bear, whose broad figure easily towered over even Kody and Ray's shark friend. And despite the intricate accessories on his garment, you weren't quite sure what it was supposed to be. Well, take a seat, Cassian. Don't be a stranger. Huh. You went to sit down at the same spot Kody took earlier, so you assumed. So, are you... Real? I'd say so, yes. Not any more real than you are, I suppose. How's it that we're both here in this dream, then? That special connection we both share with Dima. In my case, it's because he is a child of my land. Special connection, like the resonance that Alyssa talked about? Indeed. Why do you suppose you understand our exchange from earlier, That's probably because I understood it through Kody himself. I guess I should have known. Don't dwell on it too much. Even for us, resonance is a common, simple in principle, yet not well understood phenomenon. Actually, I'm going to pause it right there, y'all. Thank y'all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and check out our Patreon if you can. It always helps. Before I go, I'm going to give a quick shout-out to our lovely bronze tier patrons. Thank y'all for all you do for the channel. We greatly appreciate your support. Thank you to our silver tier patron, Cade Silverman. Thank you for going a bit above and beyond. It's greatly appreciated. Thanks to our 3 gold tier patrons, Zeke, Toby, and Blue Wolf Alpha. Y'all are awesome. We love you. Thank you for subbing to Ultimate Tier. Anyway, if y'all want to get your names in the credits, get access to all of our not safe for work contents as little as $5 already. I love you all, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye!